Hello everyone, what's going on? John here, the founder Get to Know It. Today's video I look at Microsoft PowerToys. Microsoft PowerToys is a set of utilities for power users to tune and streamline their Windows experience for greater productivity. PowerToys is made by Microsoft and the PowerToys community. Basically, this is an app by Microsoft meant for Windows 10 users to enhance their user experience. Well, to better understand PowerToys, we'll open it and go through all the utilities available. So I have already downloaded and installed PowerToys. You can be able to download the PowerToys from GitHub, and I'll be providing the link in the description below. When PowerToys is installed in your computer, it will run on startup by default. So to better understand PowerToys, we need to open the PowerToys settings. To open the PowerToys settings, head down to the notification area down here, look for the PowerToys icon, right click on it, then click settings. This should open the PowerToys settings. So the PowerToys settings open, and what you're going to see on the left side here is the menu. These are the various options or commands, and here you're going to see more information about the specific utility that you have selected. Say for example you come and select color picker, you're going to see about the color picker. Now we are going to start from general all the way to the shortcut guide. Starting with the general, here you're just going to see the general information, like you're running this app as an administrator. You can always say that you always want to run this as an administrator, something that I would recommend. You're also going to see the appearance and behavior here, where you can be able to choose a mode. You can be able to choose the dark, right, and the Windows default. You can also be able to come and say that you always want PowerToys to start on startup, so you can toggle this on and off depending on your preference. And you can also be able to come and check for updates, just in case you want to see if there is any new update. And our first utility is the color picker. The color picker is a quick and simple system-wide color picker. To use the color picker, you need to make sure that it is enabled on top here. You can use the following shortcuts to activate the color picker. You can also choose an activation behavior down here. Color picker with editor mode enabled will be selected by default, although you can also be able to come and select the editor, which will open directly into the editor mode, or color pick only, which pick a color from the screen and copy formatted value to the clipboard. I will go with the default activation behavior. Down here we have various color formats, and you can be able to reorder them by dragging to reorder or turn on and off the color formats that you don't want. So to see how the color picker works, I'll head on to the desktop, and as you can see I have this cool wallpaper here. So I want to come and sample one of the colors that I have here. So to activate the color picker, as I had mentioned, you're going to press the Windows logo plus Shift plus C, and that will open the color picker, and I can be able to come and select one of the colors that we have here. For example, I can just come and pick that purple color, and the color picker editor should open here, and here I can just come and try to adjust the colors if I want. Can come and try to adjust the colors as I want here. I can also come and pick from these others that I have on this pane here and try to adjust them the way I want. And then after I'm done, I just come and say OK, and here I have an option of copying the hexagon code, the RGB, and the HSL. So just come and click this to copy the color code to the clip. And to our next utility, and that is the FancyZone. FancyZone allows you to create Windows layouts to help make multitasking easy. You need to make sure that the FancyZone is enabled for you to use it. To edit the FancyZone, click on Launch Layout Editor. So in the layout editor, you can be able to come and choose the layout that you want, and you'll have two options. You can use the templates available, or you can customize your own. In my case, I'm going to go with the templates, and I'm going to choose the columns layout. You can come and adjust the number of columns that you want. In my case, I'll go with 3. Down here, you can specify whether you want the spaces in between the columns or you don't want. If you want the space, you can also come and adjust the zones space here. When you're done, just come and click apply. Now down here there is the zone behavior. So to activate the fancy zone, you can hold the shift key to activate them, or you can choose these options which will help you to activate the fancy zone. In my case, I'm going to go with the default, where I'll be holding the shift key to activate the zones while dragging. So I have various windows open here, and I want to snap them into the various fancy zone. So I'll just hold a shift on the keyboard, and then I'll drag the window to the fancy zone. Alright, and it's time to go to our next utility, and that is the File Explorer. These settings allows you to manage your Windows File Explorer custom preview handlers. By default, you already know that you can be able to preview files on your Windows Explorer by just coming to the Windows Explorer and opening some files, and then clicking the preview pane here, and you can be able to come and select a file, and you're going to preview it here. Unfortunately, you will not be able to preview SVG files. But if you have PowerToys installed on your machine, you can now be able to preview SVG files. Like here, I have this SVG file, and when I click on it, I can be able to preview it on this pane here. Apart from the SVG preview, you will also be able to enable the markdown previews. So this way you can be able to have a preview of the markdown files, all those files that has the .md preview. And the next utility is the image resizer, and as the name suggests, this utility helps you to resize images by right clicking them. The cool thing with this utility is that it will help you to resize a multiple number of images all at the same time. Of course, you need to have the image resizer utility enabled on top here, and here you're going to see the various images sizes that we have. You can be able to come and adjust from fit to fill to stretch. You can be able to come and adjust the sizes that we have here. You can also be able to come and change centimeters to inches to percentage to pixels, and you can also be able to remove the image size. Most importantly, you can also be able to come and add your own image size and give it your own name. Alright, so down here we have the encoding, and you can choose the fallback encoder. By default it will be JPEG encoder. You can choose the PNG, the MBP, the TIFF, the GIF encoder and all that. You can also be able to come and select the JPEG quality level. If you go with JPEG, the PNG interlacing or interlacing rather, you can also be able to come and have it default on and off. You'll also come and have the TIFF compression, and you can also come and pick from these available options that we have here. Alright, now to be able to resize the image, as we have read from here, you need to select some images, and then you right click, and that's when you'll be able to resize the images. So let me show you how we go about that. So here I have multiple images here, and I want to resize all of them at once. So all I need to do is to come and select all of them, and then I right click. So upon right clicking, I'm going to see this option here, resize pictures. So I just need to click on that and then give it some time to open the image resizer utility. And the image resizer open here, and you can be able to come and select a size. So you can come and make it small, which will fit within 854 by 480 pixels rather, all the way to the font, which will fit within 320 by 568 pixels. There is one that I had created, a custom one that will favor me here, so this one will not appear on your machine. You can also be able to come and select a custom size. You can come and choose fill, a fit, stretch, and here you can come and adjust these dimensions, and also you can also be able and make them, you can come and make them centimeters, inches, percentage or pixels. Here you need to come and check resize the original pictures and don't create copies, because if you don't select this, you're going to have copies of the original images and the resized images. So this is again according to you. If you want to retain the copies of the original, you'll need to come in and check this, but if you want to have only the resized images, you need to come and check this so that you only have the copies of the edited images. So upon doing that, just come and click resize, and within no time the images should be resized. So when we select the image, you should see that specific size. Keyboard Manager helps you to reconfigure your keyboard by remapping keys and shortcuts. Do you have keys on your keyboard that you are no longer using? You can convert these keys to keyboard shortcuts that will make you more productive. To use the Keyboard Manager, you need to make sure that it is enabled here, and then down here you can come and select the remap keys. So click on the remapper key, and then of course you need to have that key that you want to remap, and here you can select the key you want to change and then the key or shortcut you want to become mapped to. So for example, if you want to press A and get Ctrl+C, key A would be your key column and the shortcut Ctrl+C would be your mapped to column. So I'm just reading what is written here, but let us just do it practically so that you see how this goes. So in my case, I usually don't use the F11, which is a number lock on my computer, so I would want to change what that key does. So what I just need to do is to just come and click on this plus, and then on this type I just click on it, and then here I'll just come and press that F11 key, so it should appear here. The key that you have pressed should appear here, so just come and say okay, and then mapped to, here you're just going to select what should it be doing. So here maybe I'll just come and say that it should open the start menu, so I'll just come and hold the Windows logo key, and it should appear here, and then when I press OK, I'm going to see it appear here. So this is the key that I'm not using, and I have mapped it to Windows logo all. I've made it now to be opening the Windows start menu when I press it. So I can just come and select OK. For some reason this will appear, but don't mind it, just come and say continue anyway, and that Windows disappears, and you're going to see your remapped key here. So all the remapped keys will be appearing here. So if now I come and press F11, of course you won't see, but I promise I'm pressing F11, and that should open the start menu. You can also be able to remap shortcuts, so remap shortcuts to other shortcuts or keys. Additionally, mapping can be targeted to specific applications as well. So to remap shortcuts, you just need to come and click on this. Power rename. Power rename is a Windows shell extension for more advanced back renaming using search and replace all regular expression. Have you ever been in this situation where you need to rename a couple of files and then you are required to just rename one by one? Alright, not anymore. You can be able to use the power rename to rename all those files at once. You need to come and enable the power rename here, and then here you also need to come and say show icon on context menu. Make sure that it is on. Alright, so to rename files, I need to go to my file explorer and look for some files. So I'll just come and use these files. So I want to rename all these files and maybe give them a specific name. So all I need to do is to select all of them, and then right click, and then I'm going to see power rename. So this window should open here, and I need to come and tell the power rename which files I want to rename. So in this case it is image, and I want to name them to maybe food. So after that I can just come and say rename, and as you can see the files have been renamed, all of them at once. PowerToys Learn. This is a quick launcher that has additional capabilities without sacrificing performance. So this basically helps you to search for files in your computer. This PowerToys Learn is not here to replace the powerful Microsoft search. To use the PowerToys Learn, you need to make sure that it is enabled. You can use the shortcut Alt plus space. You can also come and specify the maximum number of results at the search and results. I will go with the default. You can also come and check the clear previous query on launch. Down here at the appearance, you can come and choose a mode. I've chosen right, but you can choose dark or Windows default. Alright, so to use the PowerToys LAN, all you need to do is to press the Alt plus space on your keyboard. And here you can come and type the name of the file, the name of the application that you want to search. I'll just search Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Word appears. If I want to search Microsoft Excel, I'll just come and type Excel, and Excel should appear. I can also come and search for some files. You need to make sure that all your files are indexed. You can click on this to fix it. Last but not the least, shortcut guide. Shortcut guide shows a help overlay with Windows shortcuts when the Windows key is pressed. Research has shown that if you use shortcuts when you're using your computer, you'll be more than productive. But you might not know these shortcuts. So if you have PowerToys, you can be able to press the Windows logo for a second, and you're going to have an overlay of almost all the settings that you need. For example, you can press the Windows logo plus A to open the Action Center. You can be able to press the Windows logo plus I to open settings, and all of these list of items here. You can also be able to open the items in the taskbar by pressing the Windows logo plus the number of items that you need to open. If you have any active window, it will appear on top here. So let's get back to the PowerToys settings. Of course, for this to work, you need to make sure that the shortcut guide is enabled. You can also be able to come and adjust the press duration here, and also the opacity background over here. So for example, I can come and make it maybe 72, and then I press the Windows logo, and that's the opacity. You can see we have an active window, and that is what is appearing here. You can also be able to use the Windows logo to snap the windows to the right, to the left, and all that, and also restoring the windows. You can also be able to come and choose the mode. In my case it is dark, but you can choose light, which will appear like this. You can also be able to come and choose the Windows default, which will look or which will be similar to the Windows theme that you have selected. And that is a basic overview of the PowerToys application. Hope the video was helpful. If it was helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel to receive more videos in future. And as usual, see you in the next one. Stay safe and don't forget to wash your hands.